It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Richard J. And a chance here to check out some stats for Ty Jerome.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. They've got Ja Morant. Rudy Gobert is out there with Naz Reid. Then there's McDaniels, and it's Edwards in at the 2-guard spot. Gobert, the screen. Edwards passes to Gobert. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. The Grizzlies shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Tonight, and I'm looking forward to this trade, you're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. 2 of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Here's Morant. And he lays it straight in.
When Morant drives, he is just so difficult to stop. His agility, that's what makes beating the D look so easy.
Wells finds Jerome. Randall a screen on Morant. Pass to Coward. 6 on the shot clock. Randall no good. And so Morant will bring it up for Minnesota. Count that one.
Oh, one thing about Ja, he's determined.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Randall outside. Back to Jerome. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And finished off by Edwards.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play. Brought to you by AT&T. Randall. Reid with the rebound.
Well, some trips you get the shot you want, it just doesn't fall. I go back to him in that area on the floor.
And Randall has got the ball here for the Grizzlies. They trail by 1. Here's Jerome. Second chance effort. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 80's got his second bucket.
How about the level of activity this dude just brings to the glass? Just refusing to give up on plays, and his teammates, trust me, they appreciate the effort.
McDaniels outside. Back to Morant. Pass to Edwards from downtown. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
With or without the ball, Randall moves so well for a big.
Minnesota trails by 3. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
I had a chance to catch up with Memphis head coach. Immediately, Anthony Edwards came up in our conversation, and coach kind of chuckled and said, well, I don't know if anyone on the planet can slow this kid down. He's on his way to becoming one of the best in the league, if he's not there already. Looks like they're going to roll the dice on one of the league's most talented players. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thank you. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And now that we have a moment to see the best free throw shooting teams in the NBA.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
To the left wing. Here's Reid. Sinks the triple. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Now the Grizzlies are one of 8 remaining teams, Richard, in search of their first NBA championship.
And the closest they've gotten was that grit and grind era when they made it as far as the Western Conference Finals in 2013. But can they get back to that level?
Now here's Morant. Coming off a solid outing against Washington. Outside, Reed. For 3, Edwards. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Randall outside. Back to Jerome. Pass to Edey. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Jerome against Morant. Shot from 16. The Grizzlies pull it in.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
They never settled in defensively, and it cost them.
Edey gets the bucket.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
McDaniels right side. Out to Morant. Over Randall. And it's Morant missing.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. Now Edwards. He's coming off a 31-point game against Washington.
He's more than chipped in on the glass as well. Just a tremendous effort last time out.
Memphis leading. Here's Edey. And the dunk by Edey.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
From deep. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Edey with a screen on McDaniel. And the dunk by Edey.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
And here's Morant. 6 points for him. McDaniels outside. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
The dime courtesy of Morant. I'd love to play with Josh. He's always looking to move that ball.
Pass to Coward. Randall outside. The tray. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Well, he better buy his teammates dinner tonight because they've covered him for what has been a terrible, absolute terrible shooting display.
Morant scanning the floor. Reed with a screen on Jerome. Just 5 to shoot. And Reed throws it down.
Morant's got great understanding of the game. He can move like very few can in that pick and roll set.
Pass to Coward. And here's Randall. Guarded by Reed. Randall no good.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Williams has checked in. Here's Grimes. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Houston. Randall with the ball. Clock at 4. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Randall's got his second bucket of the night.
You know what? Struggling a little bit, but I do command the effort. 2 of 8 from the field. Let's see if that one gets him going.
Richard, the dynamic Ja Morant. He is an absolute fan and broadcaster favorite.
I'm trying to think of a more exciting player than Ja Morant, and I'm coming up short. John doesn't just make plays, he makes memories.
Well, it's still early in the season, Greg, but we're getting an idea about which direction teams are headed in.
So true, but so much can change between now and the end of the schedule. So the most important thing at this stage, building momentum heading towards midseason.
Edwards can't hit.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Puts up a 3. They get it back. Edey, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That is his first. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call. Like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their Connected Cam.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls,
the previous play is under review.
Fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effective.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
A lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And you know, even if a coach still feels it's putting the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Osumu, he's checked in for McDaniel. Jerome against Morant. Jerome deciding where to go with it. Inside. And Jackson throws it down hard.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Now here's Dosunmu. He's guarded by Grimes. And it's Dosunmu with the jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Down low, it's stolen by Randall. From the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Tough to keep the consistency from deep, but they did it last time.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
At the elbow, Edwards. Pass to Reed. Pocket 6. On the wing, Dosunmu. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And it's Morant missing. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Grimes bounce pass. And here's Randall. Jackson setting the pick here for Randall. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. A big-time effort for Zach Edey, providing a lot of energy for the Grizzlies. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Memphis.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
And let's not forget how terrific they've been on the offensive glass, throwing themselves on that backboard and being rewarded with additional points.
On the court for Minnesota, we've got Naz Reid. Edwards is out there with John Morant. Then there's Dosunmu. It's Beringer in at the 5 down low. Jackson against Edwards. To the paint. Here's Beringer. Aldama with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Guarded by Morant, and they call an illegal screen here. And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Luka Doncic and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Friday, they'll take on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And for that matchup with the Magic, it won't be an easy one given it is coming on the back end of a back-to-back. But they've been playing some fantastic basketball lately. And when you are winning back-to-backs, you're feeling good about yourself.
From his first day in the league, opponents are going to make him earn it at the line. And look, Morant, he'll give him an easy look.
First one falls for him. Well, Greg, you've had a long NBA career, so I'm curious, what's one of the biggest changes you've noticed since you've retired?
Well, you know, one that doesn't get talked about enough, length. You know, players these days are just longer, especially in the backcourt, and that wing position. It feels like every team has a guy 6'9" or taller that is a pure perimeter player.
Boozer, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Out to Edwards. Over Grimes. Reed. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Grimes with it. Picked up by Edwards. Jackson has the open look. Good on the three-point shot. Jackson's got the lead up to 5 now for Memphis.
If you give him that kind of separation, he's going to take full advantage.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Some rookies have had a very hot hand this season. These are the best three-point shooters in the NBA's freshman class. There's a screen by Williams. Here's Shannon. He's guarded by Grimes. And Reed throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Boozer against Williams. Boozer, no luck. Minnesota trails by 3. McDaniels outside. And finished off by McDaniel.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
How about that hard-nosed D in the paint right there? Nice job.
Yeah, he's got great position, and it makes it a really tough shot, even from such close range.
Outside, Reed. And he uses the glass on the layup. Reed's got 4 points. In the quarter. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Timberwolves. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And, of course, Memphis, 6.5 games behind them.
And I think for the Timberwolves, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
And you want to talk about hitting the ground running? They've done exactly this. And you got to give a lot of credit to their coaching staff for getting this team locked in early.
Pass to Reed. Driving in, and Reed throws it down.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Here's Coward. Jackson looking around. Here's Aldama. Pass to Jerome. Jacks up a three. Rebound by Williams. Minnesota in the lead. Shannon passes to Edwards. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Zach Edey, he's checked in for Memphis. Here's Jerome. He's got 7. Pass to Edey. Just 4 to shoot. And the officials call a traveling violation.
And now look at the numbers for Edwards. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. He's been putting up 35 points per, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
Yeah, they rely on his production night in and night out. There are times when he absolutely carries them.
Wells with it. McDaniels picks him up. And the dunk by Wells.
Oh, get out of his way.
No way the D was going to slow him down. Here's Shannon. Still yet to score. Edwards, no good. Now here's Wells. Takes the 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Reeves got 6 rebounds in the game. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Here's McDaniels. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
They've started the game the right way, penetrating the defense and attacking the rim. They're just not settling.
And also, they're doing something you don't see as much anymore, and that is converting time and time again from the mid-range.
Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. Goodness.
Pass to Shannon. Right side, Reed. Over Edey. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Wells finds Edey. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Shannon. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Timberwolves shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
Randall's checked in for Santi Aldama.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Up top, Randall. He's guarded by Williams. Williams against Randall. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 4 rebounds in this game. With the shot. Randall with some nice D. Memphis has gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Kevin. In an era of title or bust thinking, it's noteworthy that the grit and grind Grizzlies of the 2010s are properly celebrated. While they never made it past the Western Conference Finals, their physical style, built around Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol, Tony Allen, and Mike Conley, built a lasting legacy in Memphis. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Allie. Outside, Reed. There's the screen. Over in the corner, Edwards.
And after that solid opening quarter, you can see now he is definitely starting to cool off.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Williams, a screen on Jerome. And the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Williams.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
Here's Randall. Here's Wells. Pass to Randall. Now Wells. Now Edey. McDaniels defending. Now Jerome. The 3. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Edwards into the lane.
And that's a big boy dunk right there. He threw that down like a sledgehammer.
That is a violent attack on the rim. Here's Jerome. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against. Pass to Randall. Lets the 3 fly. Tries again. And the nice bucket inside from Edey. Edey's got 4 points in the quarter.
He's been meticulous on offense, and it's paid off with a flawless shooting percentage for him so far in this game.
Here's Edwards. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
How do you stop a good fadeaway jumper? That's a trick question. You don't.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Now that we have a moment, let's take a peek at the teams that are leading the league in blocks. Second, the Grizzlies.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
Pass to Coward. Now here's Randall looking to get back on track here, and it's in there. Randall's got 6.
And you don't see that kind of quickness from your bigs very often. Randall with great hands there.
On the wing, Dosunmu. Guarded by Jerome. Williams a screen to the middle. Off with the layup.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Wells' shot is good.
Every year, it seems like Randall's playing with more awareness. Now, that's why you can now run the offense through him.
Here's Shannon. Covered by Wells. Kept alive. Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
Randall from outside.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Pass to Shannon. 30 seconds left in the first half. Gobert with a screen on Jerome. Shannon passes to Williams. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. "19 seconds left here in the second. Randall against Williams. Wells wide open. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Wells has got the lead up to 6 now for the Grizzlies. Now Dosunmu. 1 second left. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Well, they've done everything they can to shoot their way out of this contest. Somehow, they're still in it. Got to make the most of that opportunity.
And let's focus now on the... And that is it for halftime, folks.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Zach Edey really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Zach Edey out there with Randall. Then there's Wells. Then there's Ty Jerome. And it's Coward in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Pass to Wells. 6 to shoot. Back to Jerome. Here's the 3. Here's Edey. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Edey's got 22.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
And here is Dosunmu. Gobert with a screen on Jerome. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Dosunmu.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Randall passes to Jerome. Memphis moving that ball around. From 18 feet away, they get the rebound. Good work there as it goes. He's got 24.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Here's Shannon. Covered by Wells. It's rebounded by Memphis. Edey's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Wells sets the pick for Jerome. Pass to Wells. Here's Coward. Back to Wells. From outside, off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
When you see the impact of Jalen Wells and what he's done on the defensive end, Richard, it's still surprising he went in the second round.
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot of teams kicking themselves right now for passing on him because Wells has shown at a very young age how incredible of a defender he can be.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randall to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
Here's Shannon. Pass to Dosunmu. Williams, a screen on Jerome. And there's the bucket from Dosunmu.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
To the inside. Edey. And the dunk by Edey.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Wells with the steal. Takes it inside. Gobert with the block.
Man, Gobert's reach is essentially inescapable. He can swat any attempt away in the paint.
Here's Shannon. Over in the corner, Williams. Shot clock at 6. Over in the corner, Dosunmu. Fades. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Naz Reid, he's checked in for the Timberwolves.
Number 11, Naz Reid.
Memphis leading by 6. Pass to Coward. Back to Jerome. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
And a quick review, looking at some numbers here for Randall. He's averaging 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
He's someone you can rely on to bring it on a nightly basis. When they need a basket, he's the guy they turn to.
Pass to Shannon. And the layup's good off the glass. Shannon's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Jerome passes to Wells. Here's Randall, guarded by Reid. From 15 feet away, Randall no good.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Reid.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
He did a good job of taking care of the ball in the first half, but he's been pretty sloppy since the break with it.
Here's Shannon. He has 5. Just 5 on the clock. Misses from the corner. His leads have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. And they pick up 2. Randall's got 10 points.
And how about the touch there inside? And that's where Randall likes to get the ball, and you can see why.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Now let's take a look at the list of players who have been absolutely lighting it up. These are the NBA scoring leaders over the last 10 games. Morant outside. And there's the drive. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Agidi picks one up.
Defenses have tried to figure out a way to stop Morant's drive, but his agility and strength ensures that he's always going to get a shot.
Wow. Well, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Memphis leading by 3. Here's Coward. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
All the officials are all over that one.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Grizzlies.
Oh, they're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And another thing, they continue to work it inside and score. It's clear their game plan is attacking the paint as much as possible.
McDaniels kicks to Morant. To the paint. Here's Bellinger. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Agidi picks one up.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
For Minnesota, they have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. The Grizzlies have gone to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Here's Randall. It's deflected. They get it back. Bucket is good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. 4-point game. And when this game is done with, they'll be off to Los Angeles, taking on the Lakers. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Unloads from 13. Misses off the right iron. For Memphis, they've gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Wells the bounce pass. Inside. Here's Edey, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Grizzlies shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Free throw good. Edey. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Gobert's checked in, so he gets them both. Minnesota trails by 6. Outside, Reed. Morant outside. Shot down the lane. McDaniels outside. Clock at 6. Goes back up. Back to Reed. Launches it. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Coward's got 4 rebounds in this game. Hit by Randall. Down low. And Randall throws it down.
And that is a big man rumbling downhill. Randall is an excellent pick and roll partner.
After Reed. One-on-one here. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one's on Morant. The Grizzlies shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. Grizzlies making a switch here. Aldama's checked in.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey, team. So what's the difference between the diehard fans and the casuals? Well, Kevin Durant said some fans get programmed to just think about free agency and drama, and they only care about the finals and players' legacies. But he's hoping the fans lock in on the game itself, not just the storylines. Kevin?
You know, that's a good point. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Master Wells. Now Aldama, defended by Gobert. Edwards brings the double team. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from the wing. Gobert pulls it in. Minnesota trails by 8. Morant outside. Reed kicks to Edwards. Reed with a screen for Edwards. Back to Reed. Here he goes. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely great. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
And it's Morant missing.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
Well, that's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got his 5th assist in this one. And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. He's checked in for Gobert. Here's Morant. He's got 13. Outside Edwards. 1:22 left to play in the third. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12. And here are the Grizzlies. They're on a 16-7 run. Here's Boozer. Outside Jackson. Pass to Eldama. 6 to shoot. Here's Jerome. Off target from three-point range. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. They trail by 11. Morant finds Edwards. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one drops. Quentin Grimes is checked in for the Grizzlies. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
And just so frustrating for a team when you collectively go cold at the line. And that's happened to them here in the second half.
Jerome passes to Boozer. Now Jackson. All 3 off the mark. And here's Morant. He's got 13. And so the ball's out of bounds. Morant touched it last. A big-time effort for Zach Edey, providing a lot of energy for the Grizzlies. Offensively, this has been his best game of the season. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime-dropping ability.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, McDaniels is out there with Dosunmu. Then there's Reed. Then there's Edwards. And it's Morant in at the 1 spot. Shot clock at 5. Right side Boozer. That shot misses.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Dosunmu with it. Reed with a screen on Jackson. Here's Dosunmu. And the lead is down inside single digits.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Pass to Eldama. Outside Boozer. Back to Eldama. Lays it up off the glass. And the Grizzlies lead by 10.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
First free throw is good.
Jackson. 2 shots.
He doesn't get the second one. Minnesota trails by 11. Jackson comes over with the double. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Reed on the follow.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Stolen by Reed. And here we go. Fast break in Morant's count. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. Shots good by Boozer.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Pass to Edwards. There's the triple. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
His first triple of the second half. Can he get it going?
Jerome passes to Jackson. To the middle. He's looking for... and finds him.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
McDaniels gets a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
And we have a timeout called by Tromazisolo. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. He's checked in for Boozer. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Naz Reid. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Hey guys, over that last break, I was able to catch the message that the Grizzlies head coach was giving to his team. He loves what the D has been able to accomplish, saying to his team, every turnover is a big success for us. Keep forcing those errors. Don't let them feel comfortable out there. So expect them to keep trying to be disruptive.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Outside Edwards. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's McDaniels. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show, as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
Outside Jackson. 4 on the clock. A 3. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Morant finds Dosunmu. Inside, Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
And the slam. If Rudy gets that ball anywhere near the rim, he is going to finish it.
And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. 80 gets the bucket.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
Now here's Edwards. McDaniels on the wing. Defended by Aldama. Edwards looking it over. And he banks in the layup. Edwards got 21 in the game. Memphis has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. There's a screen by Aldama. Driving the lane. It's good. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Jerome against Morant. Open shot, Edwards. Edey with the rebound.
They say it's a make-or-miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
Jackson gets the bucket.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide-open threes like that. What are you doing?
Morant passes to McDaniels. To the inside. Gobert. Grizzlies with the rebound. Well, Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Both teams deciding to change it up. Jerome against Morant. For 3, Edwards. Julius Randle with the rebound. Randle's got his 4th rebound in this one. Down low. And Randle throws it down.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Here's Edwards. And nothing is falling for him right now. Jerome against Morant. Good on the bucket. Randle's got 10 points here in the second half.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Minnesota trails by 12. Morant outside. The Grizzlies pull it in. Randle's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Shoots the 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got 8 rebounds in this game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Well, those 5 turnovers, more than you like to see.
Jerome against Morant. To the paint. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Minnesota trails by 12. Outside, Reed. Pass to Edwards. Looking to end the run, and it's good on the layup. Edwards got 23 points.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. He's still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
Jerome against Morant. Now Jerome. Outside for Randle. Clock is at 3. Offline with his 3.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Gobert with a screen for Edwards. It's a hand on it, and there's Gobert putting it right back in. Gobert's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Timberwolves.
Then Gobert showing how much he wanted that basket.
Jerome, a screen on him. Pass to Randle. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Second team foul.
here's Wells. Guarded closely. 5 to shoot. Now Edey beyond the arc.
And having Gobert gives them such a daunting presence on D. He can affect every shot in his area.
Outside, Reed. Here's McDaniel. That one goes in.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. And they've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Timeout called by Coach Isolo. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page.
It's time to get down to the mascot. Let's go.
13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Randall outside. Oh, softly lays it in.
Yeah, an underrated ball handler. Randall can beat you off the dribble. He keeps pressure on the defense.
Here's Reed. Now Edwards from deep. He drills the three.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You've got to focus on the details.
Here's McDaniel. Morant. A three ball by Morant.
And this is where Morant really shines. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to capitalize.
Randall fires. Great team. That forced that miss.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
Gobert with a screen for Edwards. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like on the foul. He's called for the flagrant.
Hey, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
Morant in the center of things. Morant.
That is just absolutely ridiculous. Look, we talk about Morant having that hit factor, and then he makes the biggest play of the night.
52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Reed. Let's lose a three. The three goes down.
Really hard to count how many of their possessions have ended just like that one, with one of his shots falling.
Efficiency is key, especially down the stretch.
Stolen by McDaniels, and so they foul intentionally.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
And they double up Morant. Outside Edwards. Morant against Jerome. The basket is good.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
On the free throw, no good. The Grizzlies on offense. They trail by 7. Now Jerome. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Reed. Nice use of the glass on the finish. And so Minnesota takes the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us on this presentation from 2K Sports. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Naz Reid.